Greetings, you magnificent mortals. Welcome back to Nukeshot Media, where it is I, Zokio, once again. This time in the driver's seat. Been a little bit of a while. We're here for DGTS Season 7 Round 1. You may recall that I did a one-off appearance at the Tokyo Expressway in a Mustang in one of the previous seasons. That may have been Season 5-ish. Can't quite remember, it was a while ago anyway. This time we're in the top class, the GT500 class, and we're representing Audi here today with the RS5 Turbo DTM. Checking the audio and such. Seems to be working just fine. Hello to ChicaTC in the chat. We've got quite a few Audis signed up, which is quite nice. Main car to go for seems to be the Honda NSX, has a smidge more in the downforce department than us, but we're here for the vibes, that's the main thing. And yeah, just here to enjoy the racing. It's going to be 35 laps, 20-minute qualifying session. Now, as you can see, some of the names you might recognise from other series. There's a decent amount of crossover between SRF sort of group leagues. We've got Tom Soft, Octavian, Dominic Kubinski, fan favourite of course, the Mighty Joe here, Costa. I think that's all the main names that you might be familiar with on the channel. Semper perhaps as well, but some new ones as well. We've got Hazmester, we've got Ice. What is that? Icy Smack? I have no idea how to pronounce that. Repping the Nissan GTR. We've got Little Supra. And Alvox. Those are all the ones that are here at the moment anyway. Still in practice, we've got about 15 minutes to go. I have done a little bit of practice a few days ago just to get a setup together for this. It's still probably not going to be competitive compared to the likes of the Honda NSXs, but it should be tolerable. Let some of these guys go by. That was Tom Soft and another Audi RS5. And as you may recall on the channel, I am indeed a chase cam user. Also on the DualSense controller, or the DualShock 5 as it's otherwise known. Lift off a little bit now, it's running wide. Also, as may be apparent for those that haven't seen my driving before, I am far from the best at it. Also got to watch the curves. I've set this up to be quite low, so it's not too good through the Degner curves there. Through the hairpin. Of all places to have a first round Suzuka with its many complexities is definitely going to be a challenge. Of course, it's Honda's home turf, so they'll be expecting good results from their drivers. We've also got DRS with the rear wing, the AC. Now, I may forget to use that in places. The important thing is to not use it through the corners, because I've already set the car up to oversteer quite a bit. So the last thing it needs is less rear downforce in the corners. Especially this turn 1, this has been really tricky to set up for. Sort of a lift and then trying to go as straight as you can when braking. Probably wasn't that fast, but it's something. Oh, ran wide there, carried a bit too much speed. Gather it back up. course, it being a Super GT inspired series, DGTS, there is going to be lap traffic. I am going to be the one doing lap parade this time. Seemed to go well in the preview round a week ago, for the most part, although there was a little bit of a confusing incident where one driver used their indicator to signal the direction they wanted me to pass, and the other signalled the direction that they were keeping their car in, so that was fun. Not too sure if there's been a clarification on that rule actually. I should probably check. Still got 12 minutes to do so. I'm expecting Tomsoft to be significantly faster than he currently is. Seems like he's letting me go. Don't think many have actually set that representative times in the GT500 class anyway. Oh well. Let's go back to the pits for now. On me. Have a quick check on the Discord, see what's going on. A side note, if you want to check out the Nukeshot Discord server, link is in the description. Also, I've cut back quite a bit on the operational side of the team really. This is just sort of a me running by myself kind of deal. Yeah, it seems that hasn't been answered. Alright. Gonna ping the organizer, there we go. Organizer is the Mighty Joe, so thanks to him for organising this. Let's see what the split is at the moment. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in GT500, and that means 6 in GT300. Apologies for the coughing. About 9 minutes to go. Thanks everyone that's deciding to tune in. I know it's a little bit different. Expecting less viewers purely on the fact that normally it's the drivers that are tuning in for the commentary sort of thing, but with this being an onboard, that's less likely to happen. Nevertheless, I enjoy it. That's why I'm here. Mateus, thanks for the optimism. Oh dear. Can't I just crash already? Wow. It's probably going to happen. It's going to be turn 1 or... I don't know, anywhere around this track is a death trap probably. The new physics for GT7 are quite nice with that Peugeot RCZ, but a little bit more tricky in something like this. Like I said, I've done my best with the setup so far. There's still probably a long way to go in terms of development, but not overly concerned. Yep, Tomsoft's gone fastest, 150.073. My optimal's apparently slightly better than that, but again, highly doubt those are going to be representative times. Checking some more of the rule book for now. Okay, 1 times tyre wear, 2 times fuel consumption. Refill rate's quite slow. Only 5 litres a second. I think that's slow anyway. Slower by normal standards anyway. I think that's everything covered. Should be fine. The blue flags that the GT300 cars get are to still hold a predictable racing line. Oh, that's not gone too well. I've rejoined directly with a bit of traffic. I probably could have accelerated earlier, but I didn't know if one of those cars was GT500, the Mercedes. It looks like it's gone off anyway. Sad times. Now we've got ice up ahead. Wasn't at the preview round from what I recall, so potentially someone I could race against. So I'm catching him a bit. Oh, they're letting me by. I think that's a Mana F1 inspired livery there. I remember seeing that on Discord. Looks like we're going to be running a bit low on fuel for qualifying, which is quite nice from a driving perspective, but it's going to be difficult to get much relevant data from practicing here for the race. That was going to be a decent bit heavier. Of course, there is also a rule saying you have to use 2 types of tyre compound. So depending on where I qualify, we'll see how that goes. Might start on the medium if I'm a bit further back, or maybe I stick with the soft depending on what others do. Oh, a bit of role reversal there. The Mercedes was waiting for me to go past. Wow, can I hit an apex, please? I'm sorry, this is going to be painful to watch, most likely. I'm surprised that I'm only 4/10 off of the fastest time so far. And in fact, Ice has the fastest time. And it's on 0 fuel. They do a really long stint there. Why just set the car up like really fast or something by accident? Surely not. Nah, there's no way. There is absolutely no way. Like, I'll be doing well if I get a podium this season. and that's taking into account the potential of a 3-car grid in category at some point. Hope not. Hope the numbers keep relatively strong. We've got 10 here on track at the moment. I think it was 11 earlier. Was it Dominic Kubinski that disconnected? Yeah, he left the room. Not sure what's going on there. Hope he's alright. Of course, the fan favourite. Hates me calling him that, but it is what it is. Actually, is Dominic even racing in this series? Because I recall very specifically on the Discord server that Phil was becoming the fan favourite because Dominic wasn't in the series. So maybe Dominic was just here as a spectator or something? Unless he signed up since then, I guess. That's entirely possible. I'm going to quickly check the entry list just to see if he is there. Oh, okay, that's going to be a bit scary. It's down to driver preference is the indicator thing. Is Dominic Kubinski anywhere there? No, it doesn't seem like it. So yeah, Dominic just joined earlier for no particular reason. Oh, we've got Ricky here. Another new name, I think. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, okay, so we've got teammates here for those Hondas. I believe that's the Project 1 team, which I'm relatively familiar with. Have worked with them in the past. Someone is joining as well. Dominic was apparently meant to replace Costa's teammate, was what was going on there. Vlave here? I think Vlave may have been in that Tokyo Expressway race quite a while ago. Qualifying will be starting soon, just a case of everyone getting ready on track. And hello to Lugi in the chat, nice having you along. And yes, I did put a disclaimer at one point, I think earlier, saying I may forget to use the DRS. I'll try not to, but it's going to be tricky. Force of habit. Well, if you're looking forward to this, again, as I always say, consider leaving a like, perhaps subscribing, because I am actually going to be, hopefully, live streaming these races from my perspective for the entire season, provided I don't have to miss any rounds or I'm feeling too ill to live stream or something. Oh dear. "20-minute qualifying," and I think it's mixed qualifying as well, which is certainly fun. Going to be a bit tricky finding space out on track. I think early on in the session could be good, but that's when the fuel load's going to be heavy. Here we go. Qualifying o'clock. Let's get out of here. Oh, nice! I'm pole position. Purely on the basis of getting out of the pits first. Oh, look at all this clear track as well. According to the weather forecast that was also put on the series Discord server, there shouldn't be any rain. There's no setting set to random either. So, purely dry race to start us off. Very merciful of the organisers. I wonder how this car will actually handle the rain. DRS. It's mainly good for acceleration. I've also got to keep my steering inputs very minimal while using it, because it will snap out with the setup I've got on it. Use it on this back straight. Braking just after the 150. I turned in a little bit early there. It's another force of habit. I tend to go for early apexes when I really shouldn't. Okay, first lap. There, followed by braking and missing the apex. But at least it didn't spin or fall off the track there. So it could have been a lot worse. Someone has just joined, I think that's Lugi. Gotta be careful. Anyone else like when they're doing this, especially on a controller, instinctively lean whenever you're steering the car? I don't know whether that's just one of my weird brain things, but yeah. It's not even like a thinking it's going to make me faster kind of thing, it's more of a just instinctive reaction. Rolling with the car. And again, I've turned in a smidge early there. Wasn't great out that last corner. Yeah, that's more what I was thinking. 48. Oh wow, Ricky's fast. Well, with GT300 coming across the line now as well. So far though, it's looking a little bit better for me than the pre-season race. In the pre-season race I got slapped. Nice to know that I'm going to be in amongst a bit of company. Now it's just a case of, I think, burning off the fuel, getting a new set of tyres on, and going a bit faster. Tyre wear's going to be interesting here with the new physics. Following a car is more likely to wear the tyres out. Generally this car's quite alright with the tyre wear. Oh, I've overshot that. It's going to ruin this next potential lap. Oh well. Was a little bit better through turn 1. Was on good sector 2. On the plus side, I have, in fairness, had a lot of clear air. I was hoping when I hit that I'm going to be back into clear air. I also don't want to hold anyone up accidentally if they're on a lap. Someone behind. Not sure who that is. That might be Tomsoft actually. I think that early turning thing that I'm doing at that chicane, the Casio triangle, is to do with, like, the road curves a little bit, so instinctively I don't want to catch the grass, so I move over slightly. Also, somehow that lap was an improvement. Oh, this one won't be though. Oh dear. So it seems to be in the middle here of groups of cars. I'm still doing better than I would have thought. Which means everyone behind me is going to end up going 2 seconds faster. Front tyres are past their best in terms of qualifying. Now, interestingly, my optimal's 49.4. So, even despite the heavier fuel load at the start of the session, I'm still able to get a little bit more time out of this. One more lap on this set, and there's a nice gap in the traffic here from what I can see. Oh, it was Ricky behind me. Car's handling nice. I'll probably stop once we're in the race. Oh well. Now wondering though if, because Lugi's in the lobby, whether he's going to be racing or not. Lugi, you can let me know in the chat and I'll check afterwards, but I do recall there is something in the rules about outside assistance. So I'm not 100% sure if you'd be allowed in the lobby unless you're racing. Best to check with Joe 90, depending on what's going on. Into the pits this time. And again, thankfully the circuit's so long that we haven't really caught any of the GT300s through all of that. New set of softs. I'm gonna up the fuel to 4 laps just to see. It's close anyway, so might as well. There, that'll do. Oh. Random Octavian appearance. I don't know if this Lamborghini's on a lap or not. Don't want to interfere really, if I can help it. There's a flat out bit coming up. Well, I think he got out of the way actually. But we're back into the clear air. And the sun's come out as well. Track temp will be going up a little bit. Oh, clipped the grass. Not good. I've got an itch on my thumb. Thankfully not the thumb that I used to accelerate. Oh, there seems to have been an incident. That's unfortunate. We have done really well for traffic here. I'm a little bit concerned that the car ahead of me on the minimap might be a GT300, but no worries at the moment. Someone just reset the pits. Please, thank you. Somehow still improving, that's the power of having fresh tyres and a lighter car. Oh, we're up to 6 viewers, that's surprising considering it's not a normal commentary kind of thing. Thanks to everyone that's tuned in. Probably laughing at me and my lack of driving skills in the chat, I'm sure. Oh well, and I do think the car ahead of me is a GT300 because closed in quite a bit. It's red. You can just about see that. Another unfortunate thing is, because you can't modify the gears in the setup, because that requires an actual part to be added, I've only got 5 gears, so that's not so great. 49.4. It's pretty alright. Oh, I'm gonna catch this guy at a bad point. This isn't really a push lap anyway. Is that a GT500? Oh no, it might be the Mercedes. Just the way it looked quite a bit kitted out on the aero front. There's a car behind me as well. I'm going to stick behind here because this is a dangerous place. Got to be smart with the traffic. Sorry, Ricky, if I was holding you up there. Oh, okay. We're getting away from driving the racing line. Whoa, that was a sketchy moment. That's why I want people to be predictable. I was expecting to turn in there and I was going for the outside. It was a miscommunication, I think, unfortunately. Ricky a bit of slipstream, but letting it go by. Oh, I burned through the fuel, so I've only got one more lap. Oh, let's make it a good one. I think the tyres will be used up by the end of this one anyway. Shouldn't have any traffic issues unless Ricky spins out. Not a great turn 1, but maybe I'll salvage it through the other sectors. Unless I fuel save. Should I fuel save? Yeah, I'm gonna fuel save. I've got time in hand. Be right on the money on the fuel, hopefully. I'm probably going to run out. Go lift and coast. Also don't want to drop back too far because I'll be interfering with that Mercedes behind. Try not to steer too sharply either. Keep the tyres in good condition. Okay, we can lift from here, I think. Back to fuel mix 1. Here we go. Let's hope we don't run out. I was all right through there. This section's like weaving under safety cars. So much side to side. Get those tyre temps up. too sure if this is going to be an improvement, although that was a decent second Egner. Oh, okay. Let's try and keep this together. Second path spoon. Rename it Spanner in my honour. Still improving. Might catch Tom's off if I look back for a second. That's quite good. Possibly. Come on, cut it low, cut it low. I don't think I'd got him, no. But that's a decent showing by my standards. And frankly, I'm surprised that I got as close as I did, unless Tomsoft's on a flying lap at the moment. Hello to everyone in chat. There's been quite a bit of messaging going off there. And yes, DRS is allowed for this particular car because it has it, but no other cars do. Also hello to Mateus. And I can't use the DRS all the time because the car's set up to spin out whenever it does. And also I use an auto gearbox, so stop with the short shifting stuff as well. As I mentioned, there's going to be a bit of suffering here, but hopefully somewhat entertaining suffering. Where have I ended up? Oh, okay. Really not far off Tomsoft. That's really surprising. He couldn't have had too good of a session. Tomsoft fell off. Wow. I highly doubt it. The only person that's going to fall off is me going into turn 1. It looks like I may have 4th. And in fact I do. That is very surprising. I mean, I'm still a massive chunk off of the top 2, but that's really good going by Audi standards. Pardon me. The issue is being on the inside is I don't want to take anyone out in the event that my car slides. Because I haven't had any dirty air running here. And turn 1 can be a bit sketchy at times anyway, so I'll see. I believe it is a rolling start here. And the in-game one, so we're spaced out anyway. Right, when does the next session start? Is it the o'clock? Yeah, looks like any time. Check the climate. I know from race direction that it's going to be no rain. That was in the server. Don't worry about that. View event settings. There you see it. No rain at all. Looks like it's going to get a bit warmer towards the end though. Actually, afternoon, variable time speed. Might get a bit of evening running towards the end. That'll be interesting. Lobby reset in 2 minutes. Oh, does that mean I'm going to have to apply my setup again? That's going to be a pain. It's not a manual rolling start, this series. It's the in-game one, so it's single file. At least that's what it was in the preview event. Okay, please don't kick me off the circuit. Has it remembered? I should be on softs if it has. Yep. Never mind! The state secrets are getting leaked. Oh well. It's an in-development setup anyway. They may have changed the weather, have they? No. Okay, that was just a normal reset. I need a smidge of time. We'll start softs. We'll see how long we go from here. I'll go by what I remember of this. It was slammed, the Joe of the Fire strategy. We were running less than stock on that there. That was strong. This was there now. This, I think, was 4.2, 4.8. That there had a little bit of toe in on the front. 5, 40, 15. And now I have to look at a screenshot for why I set the dampers. Okay. It was 35, 30. $45, $40. Let me just check again. Yep, that seems to be correct. Did I get the roll bars right? Yep. Yeah, rolling start automated by the game. What's everyone doing in terms of starting times? Oh, there's a lot of medium runners. I'm gonna do the same. Just because I don't want to be caught out, really. I could do some Giga Brain move thing and start on the soft and overtake everyone while killing them in the process, but less than ideal. And oh, there is Lugi. Is Lugi in GT300 now then? Oh. Okay, well, wish you the best with that. I should probably give these mediums a try. And yeah, turn 1 and 2 is going to be interesting. car's back to normal full fuel tank as well. So not just the tyres, but the car's going to be heavier. Oh yeah, can feel it, Mr. Krabs. That extra weight. Wasn't a particularly great deck material. I was sliding there laterally. What was that hairpin? Okay. Main thing I think is going to be getting a feel for turn 1. Hopefully I'll get the chance. I'll just get through here. Right, let's see how badly this goes. Okay, lift, brake. There's a bit too much speed there, and you can see the oversteer as well. As I get back on the throttle. I imagine that if I had the DRS on. It's also not helping there's a tailwind through the S's, so the air isn't on my side. But with the way it is, they should get slightly amplified slipstream runs on the main straight and the back straight. So there's that. Hey, I'm purple through sector 2. And there's Ricky. This is going to be the only time that I overtake Ricky. Oh no! Oh dear, I've been involved in an accident at work. That wasn't my fault. Right. Oh yeah, that's also a thing. As you can see, the front bumper splitter thing was flashing red. There is mechanical damage. It's set to light, so it will go away by itself. No need to pit. So one of my strategies of just staying out the way and watching everyone get engine damage is not really viable. As it goes away, they see it's back to normal. Oh wow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to brake a little bit earlier than normal. Get used to that. Pole position. Hashtag reality. Oh, there's a car coming out of the pits here. TomSoft is starting this up. What I will say is, in terms of driver conduct, there's been a lot of people that have been waiting on pit exit, which I'd like for cars to go by, which is nice to see. Just going to be interesting how the blue flags shake up. Here we go. Now I won't be able to monitor chat at all, so I'm going to get a quick reading in. It will be delayed, so I'm not going to see any new messages now. But hope you enjoy. Here we are, round 1 of DGTS Season 7. Starting P4 in the Audi RS5. I nearly said Audi R8 out of habit. Won't get any rainbow. Zoom that out because OCD. I don't know. Here we go, gamers. It is green, 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 and the cars are off. And my DRS is active. Thanks TomSoft for the slipstream. Okay, careful through turn 1. firmly grasp it, as Patrick Starr once said. Okay. We've survived that far. Now this is going to be dirty air running for the first time, pretty much. Apart from the pre-season, but that was at a different circuit. Oh dear, why did I get on DRS there? Note to self, don't get on the DRS in the corners, especially when following another car. Oh, someone's gone off in the background. I think that was the Mana Nissan. Outrun myself. And I didn't have the steering lock to get a cutback either. I'm losing touch with Tomsoft and the leaders. Not as fast as last time, but still. Blave is up to 5th. That's interesting. He may have qualified there, I can't quite remember. Not carried enough speed there, I've got off the line. Side by side, are those the two BNR cars? So Mighty Joe goes back by, it looks like. We're up to 130R. Easy flat. Almost certain death if you try using the DRS through there. And it seems I've caught up a little bit to old friend Tomsoft. The two P1 cars are slipstreaming each other. I'm sure Honda's going to be very happy that their cars are 1-2 at their home circuit. Oh wow. The understeer carried too much speed. Once again, I've dropped back a little bit, but I should have clearer air slightly from doing so. Not following as close. You can see I am understeering more the closer I get. And I am able to use the DRS now in this corner. Slightly. Oh, getting airborne. Why did I set up the suspension to be so low? Somewhat decent hairpin that time around. Unbelievable scenes. I'm gonna get caught out by the grass and the AstroTurf or something. That inside curve for the second part of Spoon, it needs to be extended a little bit. It seemed to end quite abruptly. I think everyone's starting to find their rhythm now, so... Well, besides me. That's just a given. Oh dear. That's not good. Of all places... Well, I didn't lose much time compared to Tomsoft there. Didn't lose much time compared to anyone, it seemed, at least momentum-wise. On the Delta, it wasn't losing tenths, it just lost it all in one chunk, I think. But the clear air, this is how we preserve the tyres. And now we're in the clear air, you can see I've gone green in that first sector. Death awaits around every corner here on the Nukeshot Media channel. And I think those BNR Hondas are catching me. If they stop fighting, then they're almost certainly going to catch me. Well, one thing to catch, another to overtake, as they say. Seems to not have a DRS button mapped or something. Because I'm gaining time midway through the straight. I think I broke a smidge late there. Wasn't far off, but still. Oh! Has there been an incident in 300? Because we've not lapped anyone yet. That was a decent lap. Yeah, he's apologised. Unfortunate. These things can happen. The important thing is to be sporting about it. Not too sure if the series has a rule about typing in chat mid-session. I'm assuming not, based on what's going on. I know that is a rule in some championships. It was one for the capital X NES stuff, IndyCar series. I've nearly hit the apex that time. Hope you're all proud of me. Got a little bit more of a gap, I think, over the VNR Hondas. Going green again. The best colour. Wasn't obvious. I think the next time I'll look at chat will be during the pit stop. Going faster and faster, and the tyres are really holding together. A lot better than the softs did anyway. I think I broke a little bit much there. It was incorrectly because it slid. There was a lot of work in the on the dampers to try and get the car settled through there, because it was, especially with the low downforce I run on the rear, really stepping out on hard braking through there, because you're turning while braking at the same time, of course. The dampers help stabilize it quite nicely. That might have been the best time I've took the hairpin so far today. I have took it a little bit better in practice, but not much. See what I mean about that inside curve sort of ending abruptly? Spoon. There's negative camber there, so you're sort of forced away from it. But if you try and hold that tighter line to get a bit of a better exit run, you do kind of run out of it. All over the curbs. Once again, the car not liking that really with how low it's set up, but it's still faster, just got to put up with the instability. I was really conservative through there, but it worked. That's what you got to be in these races. Can't be making large mistakes. Any small mistakes you make, just try not to amplify them too much. Keep everything to a minimum low risk, and by the end should have a decent enough result. Not catching any GT300s yet. Still, I'm surprised there isn't more catching going on. I think it's because of the BOP. It sort of reduces the power of these modern cars because it's meant to be in line with like the 2008 GT500s as well in terms of performance. They're all in Group 2. But in turn, that means that you catch the lap traffic a bit slower, and also you've got less of a speed difference to make passing the lap traffic easier. Oh, someone span. Is that Costa? It is. Thanks for not rejoining in an unsafe manner. But that is, ironically, kind of what I was talking about, in the sense of just avoid making large mistakes. And look where it's got us so far. I mean, Costa's going to end up passing us again. Almost certainly, but we're here. Also with the new physics, of course. And I always ramble about stuff like this, but that's just keeping my brain occupied. As if the driving wasn't enough, but as I was about to say, with the new physics, with tyre wear being extremely heat related, I'd imagine spinning out there on a tarmac runoff may have cooked Costa's tyres quite a bit. In fact, Mighty Joe's gone by Costa as well. I think everyone in GT500 is on the mediums on this first stint. I've not really seen anyone vault through the order much as Costa retakes position on Mighty Joe, or Joe 90 as he's known on Discord. The car's in a nice sweet spot here, just enough tyre wear on the front so that there isn't really any oversteer, chronic oversteer anyway. Watch that change as I enter the Casio triangle here. Should have cut it a bit more. Don't want to risk using the DRS to assist with turning. But that is a thing that some people can do. Induces oversteer momentarily. Oh, this is driving really nice. I know I'm not going to be catching anyone, but it's enjoyable to drive. Costa is catching up again. That was expected. I'm not going to make it easy. That's my favourite thing about racing, is the actual on-track battles. Great fun. Seconds, nearly 12 seconds to the leader. Tomsov's doing a decent job staying roughly in that ballpark. I think there may have been a bit of an issue with one of the GT300s because there seems to be an extra arrow up ahead. Someone's dropped back quite a bit. It looks like they're being caught in an awkward place as well. I think Ricky's managed to get past just before the S's started around this area. This is going to be the terrifying place to catch a GT300, because I will ideally go for a move around the outside, purely because the GT300s are meant to hold the racing line. But that's the issue. It can be a bit unpredictable as to whether they do that or not. Especially those that weren't here for the pre-season. There's a Lexus. I think it's a Project 1 Lexus. Don't think it's Loogie. I'd imagine Loogie would be a bit higher up the order. Although Loogie did apologise for something earlier. So maybe it was in an incident. No, it is Hazmaster. I would call him a very opportune place on the circuit. Isn't that slipstream? Juicy slipstream. Thank you very much. Of course, we had that little bit extra speed, got a break at the 150 board that time. Don't want to overshoot. Oh, bit of a Slide McGee moment. Costa's really caught up. 1.9. That wasn't that great of a lap, I think, for me. Dropped 6/10. I think the tyres are starting to burn off a little bit. They'll last. But that edge that they had at the start of the stint going away, although the fuel is also going down. I'm hoping the dirty air around this circuit will be enough to keep Costa at bay for a little while. Let's see how that goes. Nah, he's just going to slipstream past me on the back straight, isn't he? I think he's getting close enough. Maybe not. We'll see. Not too worried. Saying that, I nearly had an oversteer moment. So even with the DRS on, that Honda is able to gain a little bit on the straight. Oh, that was very close. I think that should be legal still. In-game track limits are on. But I've had two wheels on the curb at all points, so that should be fine. Ah, here we go then. Oh no, oh no. That's not what I wanted. Get to this next part quickly. There we go. Right on the gearbox. Ah, there's a bit of traffic ahead. That could be used as a bit of a pit. Never mind, he's gonna go for the inside anyway. That's fine enough. I'll maybe be able to get him back. Sure, take a shallow line. Oh no. I nudged him off. I'm gonna continue. Just because that was very marginal. But I know for certain that one's going to the stewards. I sort of could see-ish. I was starting to outbrake himself anyway for that corner, but I got caught out by the whatchamacallit, the lack of aerodynamic drag. That's the one. Slowing the car down naturally. So that is still my bad. But I'm wanting the stewards to have a look at it. Okay, you're going to leave the inside for me and go off the racing line. That's fine, I guess. Well, it's not, but at least it was a somewhat predictable way. I was able to read that situation. And of course, sorry to Costa for that. I'd imagine also with perhaps a little bit of netcode would have amplified it, not saying that, you know, I'm not at fault because it's netcode, because of course, even on my screen it was a slight nudge. I'm just saying the effect of it would have been amplified from that. We've caught Sampa. Car number 9. Stole my racing number. Oh well, slot back ahead. Gotta leave enough strength for the car behind to react to you pulling back ahead of them. I'm mainly just glad that Costa didn't lose an extra position from that, because that would have really been awkward. Ah, the traffic again. Now, this guy. Oh, I'm not able to really do much here, am I? I'm gonna go inside here. Foster's caught up significantly for me being held up there. They'll probably pass me again here. It's a good corner to overtake, to be fair. So he's judged that way better than I did before. Kick her over step a little bit. The ERS only seems to gain about 1/10.5 on a long straight, but it's still something. Come on, stability, return. I'm going to do something a bit interesting. I'm going to hold this sort of middle-ish line. Because that way you have to be either on the outside or taking a very shallow inside line. And that defensive maneuver seems to have paid off for now. So a bit more traffic there. It's a Nissan, I think. Could be quite good on the straights. Costa might go for a lunge here again. He knows that I'm a bit weak through here. Hasn't though. I think it was a bit far back. It's Octavian. And he's lagging a little bit. Hopefully I catch him on the exit of Spoon. Oh, I'm not, am I? Oh, I sort of am. That could have been a lot worse. I'm going to do that middle of the road thing again. Okay, going for the outside, that's fine by me. Ooh. Sketchy, sketchy, sketchy stuff. I'm on the grass. Oh well. Fun while it lasted. Well played, Costa. And again, sorry for the little nudge earlier. Apart from that nudge, that was a very fun battle. That was aggressive from me, trying to go for the inside through there. I'm just desperate not to be held up through here. But still, that's not really a move that you'd want to be making, because it takes the GT300 off the racing line. So, my bad for that, sorry Octavian. Blue flags, I think that's possibly for Octavian being lapped by Vlave, who's also back there. I think Vlave's in one of the BNR Hondas. Meanwhile, Costa's checked out to the tune of 6 seconds. Don't know if we'll be able to catch Tom Soft and Ricky, but we'll have to see. Maybe Tom Soft, don't think Ricky. Nearly at the half distance marker. Still plan to extend this stint as long as I can on these mediums. I'll just go to the end of the fuel, I'm not too sure. .51.7. It's best lap for a little bit of time. Off the DRS a little bit early on that occasion. A bit of a late apex that time, that was rather nice. Could take a little bit of that curve on Degna 1, but not too much, because the car will be on 2 wheels for a lot longer, and that leads to potential snap issues. I think what's the delta between me and Blade? 2.5, I'll check in on that again in a bit. I have a feeling Blade might be catching. 2.7. It's probably going up and down. Might be about level on pace. I was a bit late on the brakes. Oh no, it wasn't. Thank you, fuel, for burning off. Make my car weigh less. 51.3. Not bad this way into the stint. Oh, okay. There's a penalty there for... was it Hazmaster, I think the name was? We'll look at a 0.5 in it, so that's going to be track limits as opposed to the pit line cutting. So that's a 3. Seconds to Costa ahead. There was absolutely no way I was going to end up holding Costa back much longer than it did. .3.1, okay, maybe I'm pulling away slightly. Well, that could be the traffic actually. Just open that gap again. I'm in clear air at the moment, no real threat from behind. We actually passed all of the 300s by now. I think we have. I think Octavian is the leader of that class. Wow, I can brake really early. I mean, really late. I was braking early. Fuel burn off is insane. Okay, Joe 90 is the first to take the plunge. I think it might still be a little bit on the early side to take softs to the end, considering we've only reached half distance pretty much. And doing more than a one stop is probably not going to work. I think he's just doing this to get a bit of an undercut on some of the others. I think he did something similar in the preview, but ended up having to do a 2-stop in the process. And that was the only reason that I finished ahead of him, really, because I saved a stop. If I got on the power a little bit earlier there, that would have been a really good hairpin. I was a bit scared it would step out. These mediums, the tyre wear has been really impressive. I know it's only 1 times, but I'm really impressed. Although the gap is coming down between me and Vlave. It's not quite in the slipstream-ish range, but it's close again. Seems to be the faster of us when not in traffic. Probably also faster when in traffic, because I tend to be a little bit indecisive at times. There's that late apex. Open up the steering as I get on the throttle. That way it avoids the oversteer. Sun getting a bit low. Almost certainly will be starting to set by the end of this. But yeah, look at the glare. Just notice. Oh, okay. I'm a bit faster than Vlave through the S's. Gained a few tenths. Unless they just made a mistake that one time. About average hairpin that time around. Could have been a lot better, but not really bad necessarily. Again, by my standards, I'm sure many e-sport drivers will cringe at what I did, but oh well. Or just anyone that's competent I'm only 2/10 off of my personal best in this race. I hope I've been remembering the DRS as often as I can. Yeah, under 2/10 off my best that time. Power of low fuel. And it may look like I'm lifting and coasting through there, that's sort of a side effect thing. I'm just getting the car pitched early to be leaning on the front tyres, that way it's not unstable while turning. That's the main idea there, just playing it safe. And I'm really pleased that I can get on the DRS through Dunlop Curve. At least in clear air. A bit more traffic, Hazmaster. With the hazard lights on, not too sure what's going on there necessarily. They couldn't have been paused too long ago because the AI wouldn't have picked up a 0.5 second penalty if on auto drive. And it looks like Flav caught them at a bad point on the circuit, middle of Spoon. Do we go to the end of the fuel? I think so. Or, I think... Okay, that's plan A. Plan B... I mean, no, that's plan B. What plan A is gonna be is if Flav pits, and I come in the next lap, because I don't want to be undercut. But otherwise, we stick to running to the end of the fuel. The tyres won't wear as much when the fuel is low, so they should last a decent while, the softs, but still really don't want to be caught out by them being dead at the end and maybe having to make an extra stop for safety. The actual tyre wear is a lot more even than it used to be, from what I recall. It could just be these tyres. But yeah, front to rear. It's not burning the fronts up overly much compared to the rears at this point. Sampa up ahead. Oh, okay. I suppose that makes a bit of sense through there. Thanks, Sampa. I think that was a case of not wanting me to go for the move on the inside, going into the Casio triangle, which is very much understandable. It's very much wipeout potential. And there you can see what I mean about it stepping out if you brake and turn at the same time. Even with the dampers I've got, that help it a bit with that. It can be a little bit unstable, so you've got to drive it carefully and reserved. I've been really fortunate with this traffic this time around. I think we're going to catch our vote on the exit of the hairpin. Yeah, on the run between here and Spoon. No, great, what does this mean? Are you holding that side? Okay. I still had DRS on there, it was getting unstable. That was terrifying. As Costa has managed to catch Tom's off. But no, fair play to the Lamborghini there. I've already forgotten the name, sorry. That's the indicating that I'm perhaps used to, is indicating the side that you're going to stay on as opposed to the side that you want the car behind to pass on. I think Vlave was just got past before the S's start, so I can be held up as much. I've got to watch the fuel here, I don't want to do an extra lap by accident. Sun continues to set. Oh, I've overcooked it there, I could tell. But I gathered it up, that's the important part. Still 5 tenths off my best lap so far through there. Bit of wheel spin. That's getting a bit spicy. So it's this lap and one more. A little bit surprised Vlave hasn't attempted the undercut as I get on the grass. Thankfully I'm not going to be on these tyres too much longer, just one more lap. We would have cleared by then anyway. I was a bit early on the initial braking there, so I let off a little bit, let the car run forward. This has gone really well so far. Let's just hope this second stint goes as well. I'll check the chat a little bit coming up at the pit stop. Won't have too much time to do so, of course, but something. Starting to get really warm in my room. It's starting to melt, that's not ideal. I don't even have a drink on standby, so I can't refuel myself at the pit stop either. That was smart of me, wasn't it? Gotta remember to have a drink on standby for the next one, which is in a week's time, I believe. It should be weekly throughout. Maybe there's going to be a break week here or there. It depends. If you've been enjoying so far, be sure to leave a like. Consider subscribing, because we'll hopefully be broadcasting the rest of the season like this. It's my intention to do every round. Okay, into the pits. New set of softs. Hi, Myth. Oh, I see there's a bit of talk about the radar. No, that's the thing, I'd use chase cam because I get a little bit of a better feel for where cars are as well, including my own car. So that's the reasoning behind that. little bit extra than I need. Cutting pit lines? Did I? Oh. Oh, my bad, if that's the case. I know I didn't slow down, but you don't have to. But the actual lines... that I am surprised about. Also, this car is on rails now. Can't wait for the tyres to get up to temp as well. Leader pits. Seems like the Hondas are a little bit better on fuel, even though they've just been saving better. Probably the short shifting thing. Them having maybe full use of the gearbox compared to me. There's Loogie in the Lexus. There's sort of no particular point as to why I passed there, because I've got to serve this, but yeah. Come on. Oh, there's Mighty Joe. Gonna hold the middle. I was struggling with steering lock there. That wasn't my intention if I squeezed him a little bit off the circuit. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give Lave a bit of slipstream, and that way they can hopefully go side by side through here and take each other out. 5,000 IQ strategy there. They pit. Oh, I know Mighty Joe's pit actually. I'm assuming Vlavo's as well, and just caught it because of my crossing the pit line thing. Those guys will have been held up. Oh, spin. That's the Lamborghini. No passing here. And it looks like Vlave has passed that Lexus. If that's the case, Vlave may have passed in a yellow flag zone, but it looks like the game has evidently said not. So fair enough. Must have got the pass done beforehand. Yellow flag came out pretty much as soon as we got to it. So, yep, all fine. Now, the final stint. The battling begins. Although, I will of course not drop back in this circumstance. I have before. If, like, I've got no chance of catching the leaders or whatever, but this early into a season, and with them pretty much on the same pace as me anyway, not going to be doing that. But my point is, what was my point? Brain damage. Oh, Mighty Joe's pit again. Caught me off guard. Seems to have fueled up. Miscalculated the fuel then. That's why I tend to put in a bit extra. I've miscalculated in qualifying. Burning more than I thought. Because the cars get lighter, you can accelerate early and stuff. Oh, what was it that I was thinking of? And well, Tom's has managed to stretch there. main point, I think, was along the lines of hoping that we're going to be a bit closer on track and starting the battling again, because that's the racing I enjoy. But I'm not going to let off in order to make it happen. I'll probably end up making a mistake anyway. Wow, I'm braking early. These tyres are up to temp now. Those two laps are quite close, both 15.9s. A little bit slow through that one particular S. Ease onto the throttle. Six-tenths to the green. I think Vlave is still able to stay in touch. Might be catching a little bit. I'm gonna guess that Vlave came into the pits at the same time I did, because I didn't notice them go for an undercut before I came in. So I think they pretty much just did the same strategy call. I'm getting close to sneezing, that's not good. There's a car up ahead, I think that's a Nissan, judging by the white and black. Indeed it is, that might be Octavian class leader. Two wheels on the curb for that first one, that should be fine. And indeed it is. Not a single penalty for track limits here. Only that one for the pit line cutting thing, which I still think is a little bit on the dodgy side, but I'm gonna have to see the replay to confirm that. You know what? I've caught Octavian at an okay point here. I wasn't too close to the S's, to the point that I was having to lift off or change my line. But just getting the switch back through Dunlop, nicely done, although Vlave was caught up quite a chunk. Starting to oversteer a bit there, so I just went to the left a little bit on exit. Sun is setting. And the tyres again. Holding up well so far. I know the wear gets faster and faster, the more worn they actually are, but still they're holding up really nice. I may have been able to pit a bit earlier. .8 to Vlave now. Thank you, dampers, keeping me stable. Oh, that was nice through Dunlop. actually gaining a little bit on the leader here. Just noticed that delta go down a little bit. As soon as we get to any corner, it goes up by a full second or so. Waves drop back a little bit as well. I think they're trying to catch, but might be making mistakes in the process. Track temp will be cooling down a bit, especially in these shaded spots. I don't think the wind's changed much in terms of direction and stuff. It's still a headwind on these straights. Tailwind through the S's. 3.1 meters a second. That doesn't seem to be much different. And I haven't noticed any change in the handling characteristics either, so I do think the wind has stayed pretty much in that ballpark. Now the front tyres are starting to be... they're medium rare at the moment. We'll see how cooked they get. Hopefully we only get to well done and not ashes and charcoal. Waves caught up a little bit again. Not using the full track width there. Probably should, but again, just driving within limits. My own limits, that is. Don't want to be caught out by going on AstroTurf or anything. Oh, someone just left. Although I don't think the car count changed. Was that just a random spectator? Ember. I seem to recognise that name from somewhere. Maybe they're in more of the series on the channel, but it was odd. That was well, besides the exit, a pretty okay turn 1 and 2. Again, within limits. The tyres, I think, are going to last just fine. About 32 of 35. We're going to be over a minute behind the leaders, but they're sort of in their own category in terms of speed. I'm definitely in this second group. Although I was able to keep up with them in the very early stages, which was nice. It may have just been the practice laps I did on the mediums. On high fuel. Overall though, and being a commentator, I don't want to end up cursing myself here, but overall this seems to have gone very smoothly for a first race of the season. A lot better than I would have thought going off of the preview. Look at the orange, the sky. Fantastic. The lights have come on as well now. Oh. Not that Vlave can see, of course. Although Vlave's called up 1.8. Oh, there's a Lamborghini. Oh, it's gone off. Whoa! Okay, that was less than ideal. I'm gonna say that was probably an unsafe rejoin. I'm I'm not a steward, but yeah, not good. And actually, I'm glad that I didn't get mechanical damage from that. Oh, and now I think about it, that incident with Costa earlier, I hope I didn't give Costa mechanical damage there. Blaze making definite a charge in this ladder stage. That wasn't a good second part of Spoon from myself. We're about even with Flav going by the Delta. Sky! Again, braking early, but letting off, letting the car roll a little bit more forward, being more precise, playing it safe. There's a car up ahead, I'm not too sure who it is. It's Sampa's Mercedes. Really doesn't look as red as it did earlier because of the lighting. Oh, okay, you're one of those that lets me by. I lose track of who does what in terms of that, but that's allowed Flav to catch up. We have a battle on our hands for this final section of the race. Hi, Flav. Oh, making a little bit of a mistake there. He's in slipstream range, that's the annoying thing. Hopefully I'm going to break it by having an okay Spoon. I should be safe this time around anyway. No need to do some slipstream. It's Sky again. One more lap. Got to try something at some point. I've just got to not make any big mistakes or even small mistakes at this stage. Leader has crossed the line. Good acceleration. 7/10, bigger than it was last time. Spoon has been survived, and it's 8/10. I think I've got this. Really good run through there though. Oh, traffic. Great, I think it's a bit far ahead. No more DRS. Oh, was that a bit late on the brakes? No, it was pretty perfect by my standards, and I think that is 4th place for round 1 of DGTS Season 7. Well done, me. Second of the Audi RS5s. Ignore the fact that that's also last of the Audi RS5s, but we beat a couple MSXs in there, and GTRs. Oh no, one of them was a GT300. Well, I guess we did technically beat that as well. Well done to Poctavian on the winning category, and Ricky as well, of course, taking the win. It was a Project 1-1-2. What a race. Plenty of miles. Save the replay. Here are the results then. Ricky with fastest lap as well in the end. I couldn't quite get into the 1 minute 40 zone. It was a 150.370 best from me. But again, fair play to Tomsoft getting a podium with the Audi. Good stuff. Overall, that was pretty solid outing. Oh, and Hazmaster was a DNF in the end. Not too sure. Well, I don't remember rather when that happened. Guessing early on. Oh no, I did lap him a couple times. So, that concludes round 1 here for DGTS Season 7. Hope you've enjoyed. If you have, be sure to leave a like, consider subscribing for notifications on the future races of this season. Round 2, I believe that's going to be next week, same time, same place, here on Nukeshot Media. I've been Zokyo. Hope you've enjoyed, and yeah, see you next time.